Welcome to the Roadrunner 89 Swirl to Investment Network, where we talk about interracial love and marriage. Hope you enjoy Swirl to Investment.
All right. Hey, Sandy. We're up here parasailing. Whoa. Hey, everybody. We had to say something.
All right, how's everybody doing tonight? Happy Saturday night. Sorry the show is really late. I literally just got off work. Well, just got home from work when I started this live. But it's a little late tonight, but I do want to go on tonight, and I do want to talk about this topic. Okay. If you see my title, it says the Black Women Effect. Friendship, life, love, marriage. There's a trend going on TikTok lately called the Black Wife Effect. Okay. If you've been watching TikTok, and they talk about it on YouTube also. And I've been wanting to talk about this, but I don't want to just talk about the Black Wife Effect. I want to talk about the Black Woman Effect. Okay. And the areas I want to talk about is friendship and life, love, and marriage. Okay. There's something going on. And the Black Wife Effect, they make cute videos, and the guy, looks better, and he's got style now with the black woman. Yeah, that's true, but it's a lot deeper than that. Okay. Black women have an effect that no other women have. Okay. And black women will do more than give you style and, have you upgrade yourself. Okay. Black women have an effect to where they bring out the best in you because of their love, because of, black women's love, loyalty, and their loving nature. Okay. It is real. The Black Wife Effect is a real thing. I know it's a trendy thing they're doing videos on, but it's real in life. Okay. And my life, black women have impacted my life in such a big way. They just being around black women, just having them, within friendship, within relationships, black women do have a big impact. And one thing if you give black women love and respect, you're going to get it back, and you're going to get back more than you put in. Um, you know, black women are amazing. They have such an impact on us, and not just when we date them and marry them, but just in friendship, at the workplace, at the church, in the neighborhood. Um, you know, and I've seen it my whole life. My life has been impacted when it comes to friendship, when it comes to my faith, when it comes to my education. Um, Black women have had an impact on me with their love, with their support, with their uplifting. Um, have made me a better person. Okay, I've been married to my wife 30 years, and I I believe I'd be successful if I didn't meet her, but not as successful as I am today. And black women have a tendency to bring out the best in you. They have a tendency to take a suit and tailor it and make it even better. Um, you know, and I've talked to many people, white men and other non-black men that are married to black women, and they'll admit how black women have had an impact in their life. Okay. Um, it is real. I'm going to show you some videos and we're going to talk about it. And I'll give you and I'll give you some stories in my life, what I've went through, dealing with black women, uh, that I've had friendships with, that black women that have, shown me what love really is and how to love the right way. And we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about dating and marriage. Okay. Um, but it is real. And when I seen these TikToks about the black wife effect, and I just meditated on it and thought back on my life, a lot of emotions are there. Um, I do have a lot of love for black women because black women have shown me love and have impacted my life. And not just my wife. My wife has done so much for me and has always been there. But black women my whole life have impacted my life, from a child to a teenager to a man. Okay. And unfortunately, black women have an amazing way of uplifting the ones they love. But unfortunately, there's a lot of dusty men that won't give back that love and respect of all races. Okay. But the ones that do and embrace the black woman, love the black woman, will truly be blessed. Okay. And I've been blessed my whole life. And I've always, you know, always had love for black women. And it's not just because of how they look and their attraction, but what's inside their heart. The way they carry themselves, the way they uplift others and show you love. And you know, and people are talking about this, and this is a real thing, you know. But anyway, hey there, Beverly. But let me show you some of these videos, and you tell me what you think, okay? And we'll talk a little bit more about it. I'm not going to have a super long live, but I will have an open panel if you want to come up and talk after we watch these videos, okay? And I got some videos of black women, and I got one white man that I'm going to save to the end, and he explains the black wife effect, and he does it beautifully, okay? But anyway, without further ado, let's see what these young ladies have to say.
Hello, I said I wasn't going to say anything, but I am a black wife with a white husband. I did do the trend. And what I want to say is I did get a negative comment under my post, and I didn't really too much entertain it because people are going to be people at the end of the day. But what really got me is there's a lot of men, a lot of black men that have a problem with the black wife effect. But my thing is, all my life I've dated black men. My husband is the first man outside of my race that I've dated. And when he stepped to me, he came correctly. He knew exactly what it was that he wanted, and he came with purpose. He had intentions on moving forward. We dated the first month that we dated, he proposed after that. We got married 6 months after that. We'll be married 3 years in July. As far as the black man, I've dated a black man. Oh, I don't want to get involved in a serious relationship right now because I have goals to complete. But yet, you got me riding in another woman's car? Or you staying with a whole woman? Or you got me at your house and another woman show up, now you done got maced. So I don't want to hear, oh y'all, if it was the other way around, guess what? Black men been dating white women for a very long time, 4 years. Years they've been dating outside their race. Not only are they dating outside of their race, but they got everything to say about a black woman.
Okay, hey, let me stop this right here real quick. And I want to add to that. She said her husband, they dated a month and he proposed to her right away, right? Okay. And I will say this, us white men that love black women, we do come with a purpose, and we're not playing games for the most part. And, when I dated my wife, I didn't move that quick, but I moved pretty quick. Okay. I married my wife 6 months after I knew her. Okay. Some people thought, man, you're moving way too fast. But I knew what I wanted. And once I felt comfortable and felt love with my wife, I proposed. I wasn't waiting for, I wasn't waiting around. I wanted this to happen. And, I've been married me and my wife, Sandy, been married 30 years. Okay. And white men generally do move faster when it comes to marriage. Okay. We just do. And if you're traditional like me, it's, we get married at a young age. Okay. I got married at 24, which I felt old because, within my family setting, my father, my mother got married early, right? My grandparents got married young. It just, and when you're a traditional family and when you in the Christian faith and you don't believe in, having premarital sex and it seems like you tend to get married at a younger age, but our marriages tend to last longer. We don't waste time. Okay. And a lot of white men, they won't play game. If they're into the black woman, they're in. Okay. My thing with a black women have always been my preference, but people will have a preference and fantasize about that preference. And I know what people are going to think, oh, well, you're fetishizing. No, I was fantasizing about having a wife, a black woman to be my wife, to build a family with, to have a good marriage. Okay. And I didn't waste time. And, and me and Sandy never looked back. She was that blessing. And my wife is the same way as this young lady. She dated black men before me. I was the first white guy. And she said, and the reason I like this video, it's kind of like what my wife said. You came with a purpose. You were serious when you dated. You were all in, and I was all in. And I was looking for a wife. I wasn't looking for an experience. And but I proposed to my wife pretty early too. And we never looked back because I seen what I wanted and it was there. But anyway, let's continue.
When a black woman been by your side, when things go wrong on the other end, who you calling on? The black woman to come comfort you? So this is my rant for the day. I am a black woman and I have a white husband. And never in my life have I ever had this thing about, oh, I'm not going to date outside of my race. I never had that thought because at that point it didn't matter to me. It didn't matter. If you treat me right and you do what you supposed to do as a man, then why not? And I think that's a lot of issues when it comes to people in relationships, to where people put standards and they put limitations on what the Lord can do for you in your life. So I'm on my journey and I have a testimony on how I even got to the point that I am of being married. I'm 43 years old. Me and my husband will be married 3 years in July. So for those who are out there, the single women, if that man cannot stand up or step up to the standards that you have placed before yourself with dignity, walk away from the relationship. Walk away from it. Sometimes you have people who feel that they have to entertain somebody else because they can't be lonely. They can't be by themselves. But guess what? If you are really waiting and dependent on the Lord to move in your life, you will be patient. You will allow the Lord to fix your brokenness, as well as fixing the man's brokenness that he has for you. So that's another issue that we have, and that's a whole nother video when it comes to people being impatient and not waiting on the Lord for their mate.
I gotta stop it right there. Wow. She talks about patience, okay? And the thing of it is knowing what God has for your life, okay? And who's right for you, okay? I was never taught that I had to date within my race. My parents never told me I couldn't date anybody else. I had that freedom. And, when I did date, it was black women, and my parents were okay with that. Now, some of my other family members, not so much, okay? But when I opened my heart and when I really found true love, there was a black woman there, okay? Whether I was a child, I could feel the love. Growing up, there's something about black women that is amazing, okay? And a lot of times we don't see that because we're conditioned to stay within our own race, within our own ethnicity, and be with people that look like us because we've been taught that through generations. And even though we don't teach that today, even though our mindset's different, it's still in our head to where, and I think it's a lot of times people are comfortable with stuff that they know, stuff that, we've been doing forever and ever and ever. So a lot of people don't open up their options. They don't get to know people of other racial groups. They don't get, a lot of white men don't get to know black women because they either feel they don't have access or they've been conditioned that we just don't do that. We're better off within our own racial group. That's what we've been taught. which ain't true at all. And black women are the same way. A lot of black women are afraid to open up their options. They might be attracted to a white guy, but they might be afraid. They've been taught that white men are evil, creepy, and weird and just hateful, right? And it's the unknown. And a lot of times we don't get to know each other because of stereotypes, because of generalizations, because of societal norms. And it's a shame and it's sad, you know. But the beautiful thing is when we do come together, black women, white men, and we come with a pure love. I mean, we could do nothing but win, you know. And in my life, every time I've been blessed, every time something good has happened to me, and I talked to my wife about this, there's always been a black woman there. When it came to growing up, and my parents being young and teenagers, it's kind of, I had some mom issues because I was raised by my dad. So I think, there were times that black women kind of filled that void. And I could feel the true love. And, and when it came to faith, I was around black women of faith that are Christian like I am, and kind of influenced my faith. And anytime something good happened, it seems like there's a black woman there. And I told my wife, I'm like, it just seems like, and I told my wife, I said, are black women just guardian angels or something? That's how I feel sometimes, because black women have something within their heart, and maybe it's because they're nurturing and loving, and when you show them the love, you just get it back, and it's amazing. But I've been blessed all my life, and when I seen these videos, and I'm going to be honest, I got some emotions there, and I thought about my life and how I've been blessed, and how, and I think about my wife on our wedding day, and how it just seems so, right. And when I was dating, it just seemed, being around black women just seemed like it was meant to be. I can't explain it. Maybe it's because how we're raised, and maybe because I'm traditional and there's a lot of traditional black women and it just fits. But, it's, and look, I opened up my options in 85 when I was 16, and I never looked back. But anyway, let's continue.
Take the limitations off of the Lord, you don't know who he have for you. You don't know. It may not always be a black man, or if you are a white woman, it may not always be a white woman, or whatever the color is, or whatever it is. It may not be always what you think it's going to be. You have to be prepared, and you have to be intentional about what it is that you want in your life. So all this now that you got a problem, these men got a problem with the black woman effect, because they're dating white men and they're dating outside of their race. It's not a brag. It's really not a brag that we are decided to jump on the black wife effect trend. That's not what it's about. It's about having fun, showing the changes in our relationship. But people are so focused on the negativity. Even some of the black men that I have dated want to feel a certain kind of way because I'm with a white man. But guess what? You had your chance to be with me and you blew it. Still want to be with me.
Okay, let's stop right there. You know, when I hear her talk and tell you about, for me, you know, when I was dating, it was black women or nothing. That was, you know, and when a black woman would accept me and be in a relationship with me, I always felt blessed, and I embraced it. And maybe something's going on that maybe us as white men, when we date out, we don't take black women for granted because we don't have access to them like black men do. And maybe when they show us love, we really embrace it. We really, and those of us that date out, we're on a mission. Look, white men that date black women, we want to be with black women. And a lot of us, we just want to be with black women. And it's not because of a sexual desire or a fetish, or it's just we love black women. And my love for black women goes so deep, it's beyond the physical. It goes in the emotion, the emotional, the spiritual. I fell in love with a black woman before I even knew before I even looked at a woman with any desire. Serious. I always thought black women were amazing when I was a child. You know, and when you love that way, it's a love that's pure, a love that's real. And then later on, the desire comes, it falls in place. But you can love the right way more in that sense than just noticing a woman, being attracted to her, and you know, and a lot of white men that are like me that just want to be with, but it goes deep. It goes back a lot of times when we're very young. There's something we've seen in black women, and when our heart was open, when our heart was pure, when we were young, we embraced that, and we just grew up with that. And some people think it's weird, but it's not weird at all. You know, it's just that we see beauty without having a color barrier, or you know, we're not looking for people that look like us. We're looking for women that we love that are beautiful inside and out. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and finish what she has to say.
But I don't entertain things like that. I'm a woman of God. I'm going to continue to move on with my life. I'm going to continue to be with my family. I'm going to continue to be led by the Spirit of the Lord. Wherever He takes me, that's where I'm going to go. There's many things that I can say that I don't have time about my husband, about myself, how we ended up together. We met at the church, but guess what? I wasn't paying no mind to him. I was doing what the Lord told me to do. I had no interest in him. I didn't even look at him as if he had interest in me. I was minding my business and he was minding his. So I'll probably come on later and tell you how I ended up joining a prayer group for 30 days. I joined that prayer group that we did, and every day we will have prayers, and we will come on and we will have a discussion. And for the single women, that's what we did for 30 days because it's something the Lord said to do. And we all decided to come together and do it for the 30 days. The 31st was a Thursday. That was December. It was December. The 31st was on a Thursday. And by the time Sunday rolled around, after we finished our 31 days of prayer, my husband asked me out on a date. We dated for a month. and he proposed in January. It was the end of January he proposed. We got married in July. So it's like, you can't tell me what the Lord won't do in your life. But you have to allow the Lord to heal you, to heal your heart from the brokenness that you've been carrying around. And don't think you find a lot of women that say, oh, I want a man, I want a man. Oh, why I keep running into the same person over and over again? Because you won't let the Lord fix you. You won't give him the time to fix your life, to heal your heart, to remove some of the filth and the things that you've done to yourself. Because just like you are a daughter of the King, guess what? The Lord not gonna give no anybody to you, and you best believe he not gonna give no anybody to his son. So don't get upset, don't get aggravated, don't grow weary in well doing. Allow the Lord to fix you so you can get your mate, to where you can have that person that he has ordained for your life. Everything is not always peaches and cream, but at the same time, I know that the Lord had prepared me and prepared him, knowing that we have a purpose together to advance the kingdom of God. So all this, oh, you with a white man and all this other stuff, guess what, black man, you had your opportunity. And my husband, he's the type that he be looking, because a lot of the time it be the black men who give a side eye, and they have some people, others, that may look crazy when we walk in a room.
All right, let me stop right there. Okay, this is a woman of faith, and she talks about black men having their chance, and the white guy stepped up to her, and he was serious, and he wanted to be with her and propose to her. And that is true. And, you know, I would say black women are a blessing. Black women are amazingly beautiful. And if black men ain't going to step up and marry them, well, men like myself and her husband are going to step up. We see the beauty and the treasure in black women. If black men won't marry, we will. And it's got to happen. You know, there's too much of a gap when it comes to marriage, when it comes to, you know, black women outnumber black men by over 2 million. So you really can't be race loyal if you want to get married. You know, black men are the least likely to marry you. I mean, I'm being honest. You know, not saying there ain't some that will, there are, but statistically, black women, in my opinion, have no choice but to open up their options. I mean, to get the better option, the man that truly loves you and wants to be with you, that falls in love with you and wants to marry you. Okay? When I was dating, my goal was to find a wife. And I wanted my wife to be a black woman. And people say, well, you're wrong for that. You should just want to have a good wife. Well, first of all, the women in my life that have shown me true love, that have always had my back, that have always been there for me, that have blessed me, have been black women. Okay? Now, maybe that's not everybody's story, but that's mine. Black women have shown me true love. Black women have taught me what it means to truly love somebody, to be truly loyal, to give everything. You know, and if you ask me, is the black wife effect real? It is, honest to God, real. The black woman effect in our society is real. We have a treasure within our country, and it's called the black woman. And if you show black women love and respect, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get it back tenfold. You know, I've never been done wrong by black women. I mean, there's been some that have done me wrong, but most of the time, black women have always had my back, have always shown me love. And I think it's because I come with love myself, and it's a pure love. And, you know, but it's real. Even my parents see it. They thank my wife for marrying me. Can you believe it? My mother and father were ecstatic when I married Sandy because they knew I had a good wife. They knew I found that treasure. And I'm telling you, for me, it's black women. Black women, you are that treasure. You are that beautiful woman out there. You are that virtuous woman that the Bible speaks about. That's you. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if God just created you to be loving and loyal and just amazingly beautiful. I don't know. But there's something there. And my life reflects that. And when I look at numbers and I look around, this thing is real. It's not just a cute TikTok video people are doing, it's real life. You will never feel, and I'm talking, and listen to me, guys, all men, you will never find a love that you will find with a black woman. If you find a black woman that loves you and you pour your love into her, you will have a blessing that will be everlasting. And yeah, these people and the black wife effect is real. It will. You will look better because your confidence will be better. You will do better. It will. You'll get so used to being blessed that it's just second nature. That you're going to be successful. It's going to work out. I tell you, my wife, ever since we got married, she's always had faith in me. And because she loves me so much that when you get true love and you're being taken care of in a relationship, both men and women, and when you got love going back and forth, your confidence is up, you feel good, you're healthy, you're even going to look better. You are. And when you got true love, and you have that, you're going to be successful. And what it is black women are taking care of the men that they love, and they're uplifting them. And that's a beautiful thing. And, it's right in front of us. It's obvious. But we can't, people don't want to believe it because, I don't know. But really, if you look at it, it's real. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish this up.
And he'd be like, oh, I don't like how this person like looking. And I look at him and I say, guess what? You know why they looking? Because I'm cute. That's why. That's why they looking. So all the eyes or negativity or whatever the case is, I don't care about that stuff. All my life I had to deal with stuff that made me a stronger person. To all the nasty looks or conversations and negativity, that stuff, like, I breeze by that. I don't care what somebody say or how they looking at me. You looking at me because I know I'm cute, and that's why you looking, and you trying to figure out, oh, what's happening in their life? How did they end up together? That's what you're looking at.
Yeah. Beverly, have a good night. Good to see you, young lady. And happy Mother's Day. And I like to say happy Mother's Day to all the ladies that are mothers, are going to be mothers. Happy Mother's Day. But anyway, let me go ahead and drop this down. But she's right. Why would someone worry about what she's got going on with her husband and how they met? That's their business. Okay. Her husband found value in her and he stepped up, and the men didn't step up before. And hey, you snooze, you lose. Hey, if you're not willing to commit and step up and be a man, you don't deserve to have a wife. I'm just being honest, you know? But this is going to happen more and more. You know, the men that don't step up to black women, there's other men that are going to come around and do it, that are going, you know, ask for their hand in marriage and get to know black women, and they should. I'm just saying. Okay. That was kind of long. I'm sorry. The other ones are shorter, but she's truly a woman of faith, and she's looking at what God provided for her. And her husband stepped up, and you know, other men didn't. So you can't step up, you lose. It is what it is. But you know, but anyway, let's see another video.
We have all seen this black wife effect trend going around, and oh my goodness, many of those glow ups are just like chef's kiss. Some of them I was watching, I was like, that can't be the same person. Whole time, same guy. Like really, the glow ups are just beautiful, and the ones that include their wives in that trend. I don't know if y'all noticed, but to me, it even looks like the wife, even like not like a glow up in their appearance, but just like in their aura. Something about the wife even has like a glow up in itself. And I'm just seeing the other trend that looks like it grew out of this, which is the black husband effect. Listen, this is not in any way for me to bash black men. That is not what I'm doing. I love black men down. I really fucking do. I'm just saying, maybe throw out some other contenders for y'all trends. Bro, there was one that I saw where the wife ended up in fucking jail. Like, this is no shade. This is all tea. If you look at the black husband effect compared to the black wife effect, baby, it's giving complete opposite of what it's supposed to have gave. Oh my goodness. And this is not me being like too serious about it. Like, I just find it to be very, very funny. I'm not even going to go deep. None of that. But shout out to the black wife effect trend. Eating.
Wow. So is this true? I noticed there's other effects. There's the black wife effect, and then there's some doing the white wife effect, the black husband effect. Are we going to have an effect on everything? I just think, hey, whatever the effect, there ain't no effect like the black woman effect. I'm just saying. I mean, yeah, there are some people, Genesis, that are talking about the black husband effect. Yeah, there are a few TikToks out there. I guess, you know, when something goes viral, other people jump on, and then there's white women telling black women, "Can you do something with their husband?" And it's weird. But anyway, but just go watch TikTok. It's fun. The black wife effect, it's neat, but it's real. Look, like I told you, I watched these videos and I kind of meditated on them. And I thought back on my life, and really, I got emotional. Look, and there's a lot of emotions when it comes to black women in my life. Black women are a big part of my life, always have been. So there's love there, there's emotions there. There's, you know, and I've seen it through my life. So black women do have a big effect. And it's because they black women, how can I say that? How can I say this? Black women just know how to love the right way. And they know how to take care of the men they love. And they do it well. And, you know, you're only going to benefit from that. But us as men, what we got to do that are with black women is give that love back. You know, and when you do that, it just multiplies the love you have. It really does. And you can't help but just to win. Seriously. Okay, let's see.
See one of y'all offering the black wife effect for free. I am done with you. I know you guys see it, the black wife effect, and like all the commenters that are like, oh, like how can I get a black woman to like fix my husband? If I catch any one of y'all offering services for free, I am done with you. This is like the one thing I think black women are allowed to gain.
Okay, let me say this. I don't know what's going on with this. But I've seen some white women say, "Black women, can you do the black wife effect and fix my husband?" And it, I don't know if it's a joke or it just sounds weird. Now, if a black woman look fixes your husband, that wouldn't work, because if a black woman fixes a white woman's husband or man, he's probably gonna want to be with a black woman. I'm just saying. So that don't even make sense. I don't know, but anyway, but I think that's where it's coming from, because there's some videos of a white woman showing her white husband and asking if black women can do the black wife effect on them, and I'm like, what? I but I think that's what she's talking about.
Gatekeep. I'm not about to tell you the black wife effect. No, I'm not about to do it. But ultimately, the secret, really, it's just showing care for and love and appreciation for someone. That's literally the secret. Now, if you're going to try to manufacture it, it's going to come out weird. Case in point, the black husband effect. It's going to come out weird. It's not replicable. It's not on sale. You're welcome.
I think she's got a point there. How can black? Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, how can black women fix your? But the black woman effect, I think what you're saying is it's genuine. It's real. You can't replicate it. Black women that show you love, you can't replicate it, because it's real. It comes from the heart. You know, it's not something you can see black women building up their husband and showing him love, and he becomes successful, and other women are like, yeah, how can I have that effect? Well, you got to have love. It's got to be pure. You got to, it's got to be real. You can't manufacture a result. You really can't. And I think that's what she's saying. The black woman effect is real. And she will make her husband better because she loves her husband and he loves her. And they're going to build each other. And I think that's what's going on. And black women are having success with other groups of men because they're loving these men and making them better men. If you got real love, you're going to feel good about yourself. You're going to be happy. You're going to have confidence. You're going to rise up. It's just a natural thing. And maybe other women need to look at what black women are doing and learn from it. And maybe that's something that should be happening. Because how can a black woman get with a white man and just come from two different cultures and then have a marriage that lasts forever, several years, and be successful? When truly society is against that union. I'm just saying. But anyway, let's drop this one down. Good video. Okay, I got 3 more real quick.
If y'all don't do nothing else today, I need y'all to check out the black wife effect trend going on TikTok right now. Like, baby, these men are eating down. I have consecutively watched a multitude of videos of men and a couple of women who are damn near unrecognizable because of the spice that their black wives added to their lives. And don't get me wrong, the people they were dating were already attractive. So it weren't like they were unattractive people. But the level up, oh, honey, it was like, let me go ahead and sprinkle that little black girl magic on you. See, that's why we say black girl magic. It's really a thing. Black girl magic is really a thing. And watching this trend shows you exactly what black girl magic can do for you.
Wow. What do you think about that? There's something going on there. And I'm going to say this. And this is the honest to God truth. When you're in love with a black woman that loves you, everything is going to be better. Okay? Your love is going to be better. Whether it's spiritual, physical, emotional, your love will be better. Okay? When you come together, it will be more than just the physical. It will be such a emotional experience, such a spiritual experience. It'll be like you're flying. Okay? And when you go through life, your love will grow. And when you get to me and my wife Sandy's age, you know, when you get older and, you know, you need time and you need to have that date night, well, your date night turns into date week. Okay? Your love is better. It's stronger. It's everlasting. Because when you got true love, there's nothing stopping you. There's nothing better. And that's what's really going on. And this is a beautiful thing. Barriers are being broken. Black women, white men are coming together, and they're coming together with true love. And yes, the black woman effect is just crushing that barrier. And sooner or later, it's going to happen. You cannot be race loyal and just be with a group forever. People are going crossover. People are going intermarry. Interracial marriages are going to increase more and more. And this is white men are finding out that black women are the best option. And let me tell you, and if you don't believe me, look at the stats. Because when us white men marry black women, our marriages last longer. When we get a hold of a black woman, we're not letting go. Think about that. And if black women don't think they have power, look, you can take a white man and make him better than he ever has been, and he'll stay with you more than, more than the men in your group and white men. Black women are more loving and loyal than the women in our group. Okay? And I'm not bashing nobody. It's just the truth. And what it is black women they know how to love the right way. Black women are loyal. Black women are the true blueprint on what a woman should be. Okay? And I know for some people that's going to be harsh and, oh, well, other women are great too. Yeah, okay, yes. But nothing compares to the black woman. And I'm being honest and I'm being truthful. And if you want to challenge me, you can look at my life and my success in my marriage and my family situation, and you cannot debunk me. And you can look at other people married to black women, and you can't debunk them either. Black women are the best option. And it's time we freaking realize that and go for the woman that's going to love us better, that's going to be there for us, that's going to uplift us. And when we find that woman, we're going to pour more into that woman than any other group of women. It's a win-win situation. Swirl to investment is a winning choice, the winning decision. I mean, you look at black women, white men, and when they come together, they last. They're making it work. They're defying the odds. And I'm telling you, the one thing us white men, why we're winning with black women, you know why? Is because we see black women for the value that they have. We embrace it. We don't expect it. We look at being with a black woman as a privilege, as a blessing. We don't look at it like we're entitled. And when we get that love, we're not letting go. I'm telling you, when you fall in love with a black woman, that's it. Once a black woman touches your heart, you belong to her. I'm being honest. Anyway, let's listen to this other video.
Black wife effect, because it's been on my
But go look at those black wife effect videos. They're really nice. This woman speaks truth. Listen to her. She's got a lot of good points.
So I want to talk about the black wife effect because it's been on my timeline. I know it's been on others, and I feel like there's so much to break down about it. So for me, as I'm watching the black wife effect, what I'm thinking is that everything black women touch, they elevate. And that's not just on a partner scale, that's on a societal scale.
That's right. And let me reiterate, anything a black woman touch, she makes it better. And I'm not just talking about marriage. I'm not just talking about dating. I'm talking about society. I'm talking about in corporate America. I'm talking about, in businesses. I'm talking about in the corporation. When you have a successful company or something going on, there's always a black woman around. You ever notice that? When you have success, there's always a black woman. I don't know what it is, but anything black women touch, it like turns to gold. And then when you get in the faith part of it, when you get in the spirituality, anything black women touch, it turns to gold. It really does. And I've never seen more love than comes from a black woman, whether it's in a friendship, whether it's in a church environment, whether it's in a relationship. I mean, black women are the blueprint to success. I'm just saying, but in all areas, look, black women are an asset to our country, to our nation, to our society. Whether you're friends with her, whether you're, in a professional relationship or a romantic relationship in a marriage, black women, they make it better. I'm serious. They elevate you. Yes, these white men are going to look better with the black woman. You know why? And it's not because she's teaching them style and then they get it together. No, it's because she's loving them. She's pouring into them. And when you have true love, you become stronger. You become healthier. There's things you find out that you can do you never thought were possible. And that's what's going on.
When you look at the foundation of any social justice movement, you will find a black woman there, and that is not a coincidence. When you look at any industry, at the top of it, there will always be a black woman there, and that is not any coincidence. And every time I say this, people get mad. Click the link tree in my bio. I already have the notes. But anyways, I thought the fascinating thing about the black wife effect is not even that they look better, their style's better, but it's also like you can visibly see their confidence get better. And that's something that isn't like a physical change. That's something of like being properly cared for. I feel like black women have.
Yes, that's right. Being properly cared for, getting true love that feeds you, that makes you stronger. See, us as men and women, we need love. We need each other. We really do. I know some people say they don't want to get married, they don't want to have a relationship. You can survive by yourself. But there's nothing like having true love, having somebody beside you that loves you, that's got your back, that you can embrace when things are bad, when things are good, when, to help uplift you, to make you better. I'm telling you, and there's nothing better than having someone that loves you. And black women are loving the right way. They are. Now it's time for us men to love the right way, But everything she says is true. Look, and I've seen it in my life. Anytime I've been blessed, anytime I did something that was good and meaningful, there was always a black woman behind it. Whether she was my friend, whether she was my coworker, whether she was someone I was dating, or whether she was my wife. Black women have more value than just being in a relationship. Black women are an asset that can make our nation better.
Have been socialized to be deep carers, and a lot of time people put us on this pedestal of like they're goddesses, they're otherworldly, but it is a little bit exhausting. I mean, people hold us to this standard where we have to go above and beyond. Like, to be pretty as a black girl, you have to be above and beyond. To be smart as a black girl, you have to be above and beyond. To be kind as a black girl, you have to go above and beyond. You know what I mean? That's why when they exceed in these industries, when they exceed in these fields, when they exceed in these foundations, they do that because the standards is exceed or not exist.
Okay. And let me say, she's right. And black women are held to a higher standard. And they really are. When it comes to success, when it comes to being in a corporation. Because people are seeing black women be successful. They're setting the standard. Okay? Now, when it comes to relationships, dating, marriage, black women set the freaking standard. You can't tell me I'm lying. You can't say it's not true, because men that are with black women do better with black women than the women within their own racial group. That's white men. We do so much better with black women. Even though there's that social barrier, even though there's stereotypes, even though there's generalizations, even though there's vilification and all this other crap, we do better with black women. Why? Why? Because black women are the standard. They're what a woman truly should be. And it would behoove other groups of women to learn from black women on what they're doing, and not try to compete, but learn how black women move. But it takes more than that. You got to have the heart of a black woman too. You can't just, it's not mechanical. You just do this, do that, and you're successful. No. Black women have love in their heart more than any other group of women. When a black woman loves you, you're blessed. And if you throw away that love, you're a down fool. And I'm telling you, here's the thing with black women. If you come with black women with pure love and respect, you will be blessed. If you come trying to manipulate black women, take advantage of them, or exploit them, you will have a curse put on you that will destroy you. And I've seen it happen. I've seen men that love black women and end up being blessed, and I've seen men that try to exploit black women and end up being destroyed, of all races. There's something going on that's more than just, black women leveling up their men and lifting them up. It's way beyond that. You can't compare to a black woman. You can't. Black women are the standard. And yes, they're held to a high standard because they got the most success when it comes to, education in the corporate world and men relationships. And don't tell me, oh, well, black women are least to get married. Yeah, because the men are not marrying them in their community. And it's time that other men step up and get to know black women and learn to love and respect them. Anyway, let's hear what else she has to say.
And so if this trend should show you anything, it shouldn't just be like, oh my gosh, let's see how we can exploit and use black women and how can we get a mammy to elevate us. It should be, let me try and take notes so I can be on the same level, or let me see what they do that really does it. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of times people can appreciate what black women do, but they don't know how to properly support us to keep doing it. I think that's all I need to say for now.
Well said. Well said. I mean, I'm serious. You can't just replicate what black women are doing. Your heart's got to be in it. But anyway, what did you think about her video? She's pretty on. I mean, I totally agree with what she's saying. Everywhere there's success, you notice there's black women. Anytime something is moving in a positive way, it's like there's a black woman there. And I would just say to black women, are black women, are you kind of like guardian angels? Are you just, I'm just saying, I look at black women like guardian angels. I mean, black women are beautiful and amazing. And the truly love a black woman, you got to connect with her. Your heart has to connect with her. You got to connect with her spiritually, emotionally. And you need to do that before you can physically. Just being honest. But once you get that love, the love is better than you ever thought it would be. Okay, this last video is a white man. And he speaks about the black wife effect. Okay? And let's listen to what he has to say because he makes some good points. Okay?
I'm going to do a quick follow-up.
Okay.
Hey, I wanted to do a quick follow-up to this trend, the black wife effect. I'm loving these videos. Love all the love that we're getting on our video. But wanted to just share that the real good stuff of the black wife effect isn't a glow up. It's not about style or haircuts or how we look or reversing the aging process. But being with my wife for 26 years, married for 24 of them, the impact on my life is just undeniable and unimaginable. I never could have imagined the amazing impacts that this relationship, our marriage, would have in my life. And some of that is directly related to race. It's the ways that she's enlightened me in the spaces I've grown when it comes to my understanding of racial injustice and white privilege, and the way that my heart has changed, hopefully the way my actions have changed. And some of the ways have nothing to do with the color of our skin. The way she's loved me through the loss of my brothers and my parents, the way she's encouraged every dream I've ever had. But I was just thinking, maybe it'd be cool to share some of the stories of the different ways that the black wife effect takes shape. And so if you want to hear some of those stories, maybe I'll share a few more, but I just wanted to say the glow up, that's not even what it's about. There's so much more to the black wife effect than that.
Very well said. Dang, how do I get it? Okay. Oh, there we go. He's truly right. It's more than the glow up. It's deep. There's more to it. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you a story. Okay. And this young man, I'm going to check out his videos because he seemed to be very genuine. Been married to a black woman 24 years, with her 26. He's got some longevity in a marriage, and and we do. Look, I've been married to my wife for 30 years. Okay. There's something there. And and it goes deeper than having a glow up and your black wife uplifting you and making you look better than you ever have and making you look happier than ever. It goes deep. And when you get true love, everything's going to be better. How you feel is going to be better. How you live is going to be better. How you look will be better too. You could see it. You could see the happiness. You can see, and you will be more emotional. Look, one thing black women have done to me is really open up my emotions. And I didn't grow up being an emotional guy, but black women have opened up my heart to where I feel emotions. I feel love because I've experienced true love with black women. And I'm not talking about just, the dating and being married to my wife, but true love. I'm talking about friendships I've had with black women. I'm talking about co-workers I've had with black women. I'm talking about black women within the church that have uplifted me and in my faith and had a positive influence in my life. Okay. And I'm not alone. Millions of us in our country have been affected by black women, and mostly in a positive way, where we've felt love, where we've been uplifted, where, we got to learn what true love really is. And I'm telling you, and I watch these black wife effect videos, and I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, I got emotional because I know the true love. It's real. It's not just a cute TikTok. Hey, we look cute and let's make a video. No, it's deep. Look, I felt love from a black woman at 4 years old, and I never looked back. When I could date, my first girlfriend was a black girl, and I never looked back. I never wanted to be with any other group of women because black women's love is that strong. And it goes deep to the heart, to the soul. It's spiritual, it's emotional, it's beautiful. And I would not have it any other way. And I never grew up around black people like that. I was never grew up in a black neighborhood, so it wasn't my environment. But I'm telling you, the black women that I knew and had a relationship with have really uplifted me, have shown me what true love is. Love done the right way in a pure sense. And I'm just saying. You know, and there's something about black women. And people say, you know, you only want to be with black women. Are you crazy? And I would say, are you crazy not wanting to be with black women? Because that's really what it is. You know, because we got this mindset that we think people that look like us can love us the best. That ain't true at all. That ain't true at all. And look, I'm for everybody having a successful marriage, whatever race you are, man or woman. I want you to have a successful marriage. I do. I think when there's a successful marriage within our country, we all do better. We really do. But the ones that have the best marriages are black women and white men. I know people hate me for saying that, but it's true. You know, and look, my heart belongs to the black woman. It always has. It always will. Sandy was an answered prayer, a blessing. You know? And I'm telling you, when you look at these videos, they are neat to look at. Okay? And, you know, but it is real. There's no other woman more beautiful than the black woman. Whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, in all realms. But anyway, that was my thoughts. But look, and I'm glad people are doing videos on this, and I'm glad. Look, black women do more than elevate you to, you know, get you looking vibrant and, you know, doing a makeover type thing. Black women, it goes deeper than that. And I think with these relationships, it's deeper than, oh, we get together and we just make it work. No, it's deeper. There's true love embedded within. You know. Oh, thanks, Indiana Mom, and congratulations in July. Mine is May 19th. In 8 days, me and Sandy hit 30 years. 8 days, 30 years. And people ask me, how did you stay married so long? Just say, we love each other more than our problems. And I chose a black woman. Other people did not, and their marriages didn't work. Just saying. But I want every marriage to last, everyone to be successful. And maybe us in society, maybe we should look at black women and learn from black women. And I say other women should take notes and learn from black women. But I think we all should learn from black women. Be honest. I've learned a lot from black women. I've learned about how to love the right way, what being loyal really means. I've learned how to have faith. And black women have impacted me in that in so many ways. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, May 19th will be 30 years. May 19th, 1994, me and Sandy, we got married. And let me tell you a story. And then I'm going to drop the link. Well, I'll drop it now while I tell the story. Uh-oh, where's the paste button? What the heck? There it is. Okay. Okay. Now, we're going to go back in time, right? Me and Sandy got married in 1994, right? Well, and I went in the Army right away, right? And it was like our oldest daughter was born in 1996, okay? And at that time, around 1995, my wife got pregnant, and that was going to be our first child, right? And at that time, I was trying to get promoted, right? And I was trying to make sergeant. And, I was studying and I was trying to improve myself, to try to get to that promotion board. And I remember telling my wife, I don't know, it's kind of soon. I haven't been in that long. I don't know if I could do it. And my wife was pregnant at the time. She says, you know what? She says, go get what is yours. And then here in the future, you're going to have your stripes and you're going to be holding your daughter. And I'm like, how do you know we're having a daughter? She said, well, I don't, but I got a feeling. Okay. And she had so much faith I was going to accomplish this, right? And, she said she could see it happening. Well, fast forward, okay, my wife, she was having some complications in the hospital, okay? All three of her pregnancies were rough. But I had got promoted this day. I made it. She had faith in me and I made it. I pinned on my sergeant stripes, and this was June 3rd of 96. And I remember it. And I went to go see my wife at the hospital because she was on bed rest. And, to see her and celebrate my promotion. And she was gone. They had medevac her because the baby was, she was having issues. So I went up there, and the minute I got there, she went into labor, and it was amazing. I was able to be there. But the day my daughter was born, I made sergeant in the United States Army. I got promoted. That was like one of the greatest days of my life. I got promoted. I had a newborn daughter. Me and my wife were happy, and it was, and she told me it was like it was going to happen. And it happened. But the thing of it is, the reason it happened, is because my wife poured love into me. She had that faith in me. I was going to make it happen. And you know what? With that type of love, you expect it to happen. It's like you expect to win. I think I lost my, can you guys hear me okay? All right, can you guys hear me okay? I just lost my headphones. They went dead. Okay, I think we hear you. Okay, good. But what I'm saying is she had that faith in me, and because she had that faith in me and she had poured that love into me, I felt like I was going to accomplish this. And when you have true love, you have confidence. You have faith. You can make it work. And that's one thing Black women do. And that's my story. That's just one of my stories. Look, every time, and maybe it's because I work so hard because she has so much faith in me, but it's really just pouring love. you know. And that is real. The black wife effect is real. It goes deeper than, you know, us looking younger than we are or whatever that is. It's actually, you know, coming together and making you better. I always say that a black woman will take your life and she'll tailor it like a fine suit. She sees you have value, but she makes you better. She tightens up those areas. That's what my wife has always done to me. She always see, and black women, I think, are visionaries. They see potential and they improve it. They make you better than what you are. And you know, and I think that's what's going on. And it starts with love and just pouring everything into you. And it goes back to, once you feel that love, you give it back to her. See, with my success, my wife was instrumental in my success. But because of that, I give it back to her. And it goes round and round. But anyway, sorry. Hey, Indiana Mom, Shelly, good to see you, ladies. How's it going?
Hey, how are you?
I can't hear you, Indiana Mom.
Hey, Brent.
Hey, Shelly, how's it going?
It's going
Good to see you.
good. I'm so happy that you did this show.
Oh, yeah. I just had to talk about it because it's real. The black wife effect. Look, when I started seeing this, you know, and I was like, oh my God, I want to talk about this. But it really stirred up emotions because I seen how black women in my life have been have been positive in my life. And, you know, and it's not just dating and marriage, but it's like friendship. It's like at the workplace. And, you know, you see the beauty in black women every day. And there's a connection. And what I want people to know is like black women are amazing. They're not just great to date and, you know, marry them. They're great within our community, within our country. You know, and black women do so many positive things that we really take for granted that we really don't look at, you know. And I think it's more than just the black wife effect. It's the black woman effect across the board. Of course, black women make the best wives and mothers for our children, but they're doing great things other than that too. And I kind of wanted to kind of focus on the, you know, the full aspect of it, you know, because when we say black wife, we're just talking about black wives, but black women are just so valuable to us within our society. And is it because we don't see it? Is it because we just take it for granted because they're just doing amazing things? And I'm talking about all people. I'm not just talking about black people not seeing the value, but white people too. Asians, black women are doing so many amazing things. We could make a show on just black women's accomplishments and go well into the morning. But anyway, that's just, you know.
Hey, can
Indiana Mom, I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna go out
Indiana
and come
Mom,
back
you
in.
need to fix your audio. I can't hear you.
Oh,
Can you guys
I can hear her. Yeah, I
You
can hear her very
her?
well. Yeah,
Oh, I couldn't hear her at all, but I hear you fine.
yeah, I can hear
Indiana
her.
Mom, come back up. Yeah.
And I just want to say something, Brent. I'm loving that it's the black wife effect. I honestly don't know what's going on over on the other side, and what effects they're doing. But I'm glad that it's the wife, right? Because there's this myth that nobody wants black women, and black women are the least married, and no non-black men don't want to marry black women. So I'm glad that it's the black wife effects. Okay, yes, wife. These men are married to black women. Okay, so I don't know what's going on over the other side, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm happy
yeah,
that.
that's a lie they try to push, that other men don't want black women, but that's a lie. Look, I've only wanted to be with black women, and I'm being serious. And it's not because, oh, they're just so beautiful, which they are, but it's deeper. It's like the character they have, the love they have, the loyalty. I mean, I can go on and on. And black women are very much desired. And look, if black women weren't desired, we wouldn't stay married to them the most. I'm just saying. I mean, come on. I mean, if us as white men, our most successful marriages are with black women, that's saying something. Okay, and it's not because us white guys are great. We're not. It's the black women that are, and that's the honest to God truth. So, I mean, black women are the standard, whether people want to admit it or not. When it comes to character, work ethics, when it comes to love and marriage, black women are the standard. You can't tell me they're not. Now there are great women all across the board, sure, but there's nothing like the black woman. Okay, I'm just saying. But anyway, hey Indiana Mom, can you hear me?
I hear you just fine.
Okay, good.
Can
I
you
hear
guys
you
hear
great.
me?
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
Oh no,
Definitely scary hearing you, but I wasn't. I was like, I don't know.
no,
But
it's cool.
it's good to have you on.
It's cool. It's cool. Honestly, like I've been looking at like the stats, and the stats, especially about black men throwing white women in our faces, they are 200% more likely to end in divorce, while black women and white men are 44% less likely to end in divorce. That's and I understand that most people don't understand that kind of math, but when you actually do the math, if you take a black man and a white woman married, and then you take a white man and a black woman married, you have to have a equal amount, right? Okay, so let's take those couples and make 1,000 of those couples, 500 black men, white women, 500 white men, black women. And out of that number, all of the black men, white women will end up in divorce, and only 2% of the black women, white men will end divorce.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
I think Mother Earth and the universe and the divine feminine and the divine masculine are telling us something.
Yeah. Well, it's just amazing the stat. But if you look at it, and some people don't make sense, but if you really get to know black women and you know how they conduct themselves, how they carry themselves, the beautiful women they are, then it makes perfect sense.
Oh, absolutely.
To me, it's not a shocker when they put out those stats, the marriage stats. I wasn't surprised. I know a lot of
I
people are
wasn't
like,
surprised at all either.
yeah, but people are like, how can that be? They're different races. Oh my God, how can they get along? But they do, and it works, and I'm telling you, and I give black women the credit. I would like to say us white men are great, but really it's the black women. And the reason I know it's true is because when you pair other men with black women, they do better with black women. It's not just white men that do better. You know what I mean? Even black men do better with black women than any other group of women. And that shows that black women have the character. Black women have, are the blueprint on what a woman should be. I'm just saying. And not to downgrade any other women, but I'm just saying black women are doing something that other women are not. Black women, I don't know, they're just more, if they can just more, how can I say this? More resilient, just have a bigger heart, or just see a vision. If they're visionaries, or it just, and I've tried to kind of analyze it, but it just, at the end of the day, black women are doing better, really, within relationships. They are. And it don't matter what race of man you or ethnicity of man you put up there, he's going to do better with a black woman.
I can explain some of that stuff. Okay. If you take all the stats, literally, Asian men and Hispanic men, their number one woman that they do well with are their own women. So with Asian men, they do best with Asian women. But their number two is black women. And then you look at Hispanic men, their number one is Hispanic women. And their number two is black women. And if you look at white men, just because the population is so big, especially in the United States, their number one is obviously white women, but their number two is black women. Okay. And
wait, not number one and two, their choice?
Well, it's their choice. Their choice is white women, but their best relationships, like on average, but by flat numbers, white men's choices are white women. But when you average like the success rate, number one for white men are black women.
That's true.
Right. Okay. And then when you look at black men, Hispanic women, Asian women, and white women are very, very close. But for black men, their top tier number one success rate is black women. Okay, so black women, we are number one with black men, we are number 1 with white men, and we are number 2 with Asian men, and we are number 2 with Hispanic men. So with everything that has been happening over the last few years, and the videos and the podcasts and all that stuff saying black women are so horrible, we're not the problem. We're not the problem. We are top for number 1. We're top for black men. We're top for white men. We're number 2 for Asian men. We're number 2 for Hispanic men. We're number 2 for Arab men. So we are not the problem.
No, you're not. Yeah.
And the only men that put us in a negative light, and I mean, yes, there are men of different races that are not attracted to black women, but they say, you know what? There are black women that are pretty, but I'm just not attracted to that. And they're nice about it. They're smooth about it. They're cool about it. But when it's black men, they're like, I only date this type of woman because I don't like this about black women. You know, they have to put us down to elevate somebody else. You know, so black women are not the problem.
You know what, I just wanted to say something where you're saying that some are not attracted to black women. Well, I think that's more conditioning. I don't think it's just they're not attracted. I think they've been conditioned that way. I mean, you look at society when they show like movies, what do they project as beautiful? The blonde-headed woman with blue eyes, and the princess movies. It's always been the
Right.
So it's embedded in the mind. And I think with black women it's the same way, because there's a lot of black women that say, "Oh well, they're not attracted to white men and this and that," and there are attractive people in all groups. I think it's more conditioning.
Right.
Like,
But I mean,
we
what
get
I mean
taught
is,
what beautiful is.
but
See,
what I mean is, I have a really good friend. He is he's Japanese,
yeah,
and he doesn't date Japanese women. His choice is white women.
Mhm.
But in the process of saying what his preference is, he doesn't downgrade and put down other Japanese women. He's like,
that's what he loves.
right. He's like, you know, what I'm attracted to are tall, leggy, blonde, blue eyes, blah 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 blah. He's like, that's just what I find attractive. And if someone were to say, well, what about Japanese girls? And he's like, they're cool. He's like, I have many friends that are Japanese women, and they're funny and they're smart, and they have good futures ahead of them, and blah 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 blah. But he never downgrades them. He never puts them down. He never speaks negatively about any of them in the process.
You know what?
The only ones that speak negatively about their own people are black men. They talk horribly about black women.
Yeah. You know what? and that's the thing. Like you were saying, like that guy is, he don't hate Japanese women. He just that's not his preference, and
Exactly.
that's my case too. Look, my preference has always been black women.
Right.
But I don't hate white women. There's a misconception that people think I hate white women because I guess because I show black women love, I gotta hate the white woman. No, I don't.
Exactly.
I don't hate her at all. That's just not who.
Right. But
never wanted to be
when
with the
when
right
you talk about
white.
when you talk about how much you love Sandy or the qualities that you see in Sandy, at the same time you're not what like when some stranger says, what are the good qualities about your wife? You're like, oh, she's loving, she's caring, she's funny, she's got my back, she's all of, everything is positive about her. And not once do you say, oh, Sandy cooks and she makes really good meals because she uses spices and she does this and that, and white women don't season their food. You don't put down, but you don't put down your own race in order to lift up somebody else. And that's what black men do. They put down black women to raise someone else. And you know what? Honestly, as a whole, as a collective, most black women, we don't care if black men date white women or Asian women or Hispanic women. We don't care. The problem is that when they're explaining why they love Hispanic or why they love Asian or why they love white, they have to put black women down in the same process, and it has nothing to do with us. If they would just love who they love and leave us alone, it'd be cool.
Right. But yeah, it's
But this is why.
Go ahead.
But this is why I like trends like this. I feel like it's a great promotional. It's great promotion for black women because, like Indiana Mom says, we constantly hear everything that's bad with black women. Like it's always something negative. It's like case in point, last week when we had the discussion, with the basketball players and the draft or whatever, and then the black men would come and say because black women have attitude and black women wanted to go to a fancy restaurant, she wanted her hair done, and it's always a comparison. So when we get these trends like the black wife effect, it actually makes black women feel good. And because I was reading some comments about black women was like, oh, it hurt their feelings about this, and it's like, why are you concentrating on that? Like, you know what I mean? Like, just concentrate on something else. And so when we have things like this, and I hope in the future there's more positive promotion, things will start to change. Then you won't have to be hyper focused on black men. Black women are so fixated on black men. It's just like, it's like an obsession, so stuff like this, like Indiana Mama said, it's like when other races of men, including you, when you talk about Sandy, you don't put down your race of woman. The Japanese man didn't put on his race of woman. So, because his I don't know, it's like it's psychological. I don't know what the hell, why, but they tend not to do that. So this right here, I just hope that there's more positive promotion with Black women.
Right. And and I hope so too, because guys, my life has been positively impacted by Black women in a good way. And and I've been blessed. Now, have there been Black women that have been mean to me? Sure. I mean, but
Of course.
for the most part, Black women have been really loving and supportive of me as within friendship, within co-workers, within, you know, women of faith, I mean, and then dating and marriage. Black women have been an asset to me. And really, Black women are an asset to all of us. We just need to love and respect Black women. The way they deserve to be loved and respected. That's our problem in society. I think white people, we just don't know Black women, so we don't know what to think because of the racial barriers. And then I think Black men, I think they take Black women for granted and think they should have automatic access. And I just think, other groups of women, I think, and kind of like in a stealth way, are just kind of jealous of Black women because of what Black women are accomplishing.
Okay,
So
well, let's
I
let's be for real. Let's be
Okay.
for real. Okay.
Okay.
As a Black woman,
Mhm.
I cannot expect a white woman, an Asian woman, a Hispanic woman, or any of those races of men to respect me until a Black man respects me. And it's been so long that let's not. I heard about a not like a story, but what had happened in the past, and it's just it's not a real story, but it's kind of a what if.
Mhm.
And I heard a TikToker say that she did the research, and I can't remember her name, but she did the research, and way back in the 14, 15, 1600s in Africa, most of society was a matriarch. The women were in charge, and the women did dances, and they had this magic about them. And the men weren't part of the society. They were kind of on the outskirts. And the men were literally on the outskirts of the village. And they were like the warriors, the protectors. And the only time they came into the village was to procreate and make new babies. But only a select few, like if there were 30 warriors, only 3 of them got to make babies. And it was like, it worked. It was cool. It worked. And I heard that the Europeans showed up and they were like, "Oh, hey, guys, you're not getting your full potential." And even though you're satisfied with the women being in control, we can put you in control. And that's how the African men pretty much put the women under the bus. Because they kind of I heard they kind of made like a deal with the white men, like we're gonna make a civilization where the men are in control and you're gonna be on top. And the black men were like, oh, okay. And they sold out the black women, right? And then they ended up enslaving all of us. And ever since then, the black men have been waiting, just throwing black women under the bus and hoping for the white men to step up to that promise. You know what I mean? To make them equal. And it's not going to happen. But the black men don't know that because they're stupid.
Okay. So a history lesson. Wow. I never heard that. So they were like
they
society
sold us out. They sold us out. Look, black men in Africa sold the black women and children out because they thought they were going to have the status of white men.
Oh, okay.
And it's in our genes. Now it's in our genes. That's why black women and black men cannot get along. That's why. That's why we repel each other. Because black women were in charge. It was a matriarch. It was like a feminine, you know what I mean? It was all about the feminine. And the men were on the outside and they were just like warriors and occasional baby daddies, but we didn't need them. And they sold their women and their children out because white men from Europe showed up and told them that if you sell out your people, you can be on top like us. And then they got everybody over to the US. And we all ended up as slaves. And to this day, black men are still tripping over themselves, waiting for the white men to like give them that gratification.
You wow. Okay. I'll have to study that. I don't know how deep it went to the slave trade. All I know is it was happening. And, you know, for us in America, it was they needed people to work the land, and the slave trade was the most profitable because they tried the indentured servant thing and
right, but the slave trade would never have happened without black men.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah.
They
Well,
sold out. The first people to be loaded on the slave trade boats were black women and black children because the men sold them out.
yeah, because it was, yeah. Yeah.
Can I
Well,
say something one last time before Alexander speaks, real quick, Brent, if you don't
yeah,
mind?
yeah, go ahead.
Sure.
Okay. I just want to say just really quick. I just wanted to just piggyback on what you said about how black woman is a benefit to relationships, whether it's with a white man or a black man or whatever. And I just wanted to go back from last week when we were having the discussion. And it actually ties in this week of what everything that you're saying and what that the last white man in the video said about it's not just like the aesthetics, it's about the relationship, it's about the love and respect. When he's with his black wife and stuff like that. And it just goes back to what I was talking about. Oh my God, what is his name? Joe Budden. And he
Yeah.
was talking. Remember you was here last week, Indiana Mom, and Joe
Yeah.
Biden was like, when he's in a relationship with a Latina woman, they don't seem to care about the black man's plight. Like they don't see,
Yes,
they don't
ma'am.
seem to care about what happened to them when something bad happens, or whatever. And the Latina woman said, but then why don't you date your own race of woman? You're complaining about us that we don't have your back and whatever. But then why don't you date black woman who's going to fight for you, who's going to have your back? And that just goes to show what Brent said is that when he's with Sandy, he gets the love and he gets the respect. And he loves the feeling that it gives him is the love. And so what Joe Budden is right? Thank you, Jacqueline. Show you right. He's like, and what he said, Joe Budden said is that no other woman does care and love the black man like the black woman does, and he's seeing it from other races of women. So I just wanted to add that in there to what Brett was saying and what the last white guy in the video was saying. It's the love that they get from black women, is the support that they get from black women, and it's only the black woman that's going to give that to them. I just wanted to add that in there.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me add something to that too. When we see the black woman, going all out for the black man, showing them love, protesting, just giving it all. And we see that as, other men see that, and we want that too. We want that love. We want that. We value that. And you know what? And the thing of it is when we find black women that love us, we get love. We get that love too. And I think it's starting to shift. And I think as we move on, people are breaking that barrier of being conditioned. Okay, you got to be attractive to somebody that looks like you. And I see that all the time. And that started with white supremacy, because white people that wanted to keep white people with white people, they would teach their children that the only beautiful woman is the white woman, and they would teach their daughters that white men are the top of the top. And it's so crazy because when we fast forward to today, that's being taught in the black community, that you got to be loyal to the black man, and but it's not going the other way for the black woman, which blows my mind, because within white supremacy, there was, it went both ways, but with in the black community, it's like one-sided. It's all about the black man and not about the black woman. And maybe I'm wrong, guys. Maybe I'm just
No, you're
But
not wrong.
that's
You're not
how it
wrong.
appears to be
You're not
because
wrong at all. Because
one thing,
because
yeah,
when it comes to um black women, and this is black women that are college educated, that have degrees.
mhm.
Okay. Our most successful mates, number one, are white men. Number two, Asian men. Number three, Hispanic men. Number four, Arab men. And at the bottom are black men. When you take a woman, a black woman with a degree, and you put her with a black man, her degree means nothing.
Right. You know what's interesting about that? What you just said. Look, when I married my wife, I didn't have no degree. I barely squeaked out of high school. I had a 6th grade reading level, but my wife had a degree, and I didn't look at that as a bad thing. In fact, with my wife's influence, I ended up getting a degree. I ended up bettering myself. But I didn't look at it like it was a competition thing. I just looked at it like, wow. Educated black women have influenced my life within my education to get, and it's been a positive effect to where it's turned my life around in the positive. And you know, and I see that, and I'm like, oh my God, just because. And what did that take? A black woman showing me love and uplifting me, and it took off from there. And you know, I just, but you just said that, and I was like, oh my God, there's something there. And here's the
Okay,
thing.
when I was
Wait,
growing up,
hold on.
okay,
But when we are in a relationship, it should never be a competition. We uplift each other. We should. My wife uplifted me, you know, in the education realm because I needed it and I had to do better. But I never seen it like it wasn't I was trying to outdo her or I thought bad about her or I was upset she had a degree and I didn't. It wasn't that at all.
yeah, black women and white men, there is no competition.
Yeah, and there never should be in a relationship at
But
all.
it,
Yeah.
that's it's almost like it's weird. It's almost like it's genetic, where if you put a black woman and a white man together, there's literally no conflict.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how to explain it. It might be like their environment. It might be how they were raised. I don't know, but
I think
there's no conflict.
I
There's
think
no headbutting, there's no arguing, there's no fighting, like the fighting that you see on YouTube with like the cop shows, right?
uh-huh.
And the 911 calls and blah blah blah, and a white chick and her black boyfriend are arguing and fighting, and they have like this 1-bedroom apartment with like 6 kids, and not all of the kids are his, but whatever. And the cops show up, and it's just drama and craziness, and you don't That doesn't happen with
Hey,
black women and white men.
hey,
That doesn't happen.
right. Hey, let's give Alexander a chance. I'm sorry, brother.
Hi, Alexander. Love
Hi.
you.
How's it going, buddy?
Yeah, everything's going good.
I love you.
Mm. Uh, I just want to say, the promotion of the black wife trend is pretty good. You know, I haven't seen it yet, but from the way that Brent was talking,
Oh,
I might,
dude, you
yeah.
need to go on to TikTok and see these. Oh my God, they're amazing. It's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. And I miss you. I love you, Alexander.
Well, I'm I'm only going live on Saturday, so yeah.
Okay.
I kind of. It seems like I've been going live just on Saturdays too. I've been so busy. I mean, gosh, I was so late getting home tonight. I was like, oh my God, I got to do a live. And it wasn't that I got to do it. I wanted to do this so bad and talk about this. But yeah, you know, and look, black women, I just feel like I got to say something because with all the crap that's going on and all the attacks on black women, it's like we got to stand up for black women because this is crap. It's not true. Black women are amazing and doing amazing things, and you know, and what I've seen in my life, I'm just like, where do they come up with this crap? I mean, gosh, black women have been now. I know there's black women that you know that are race loyal and just that but overall black women are pretty amazing women, whether they're interested in you or not in dating. They're still amazing women contributing to what our society and doing amazing things. And then when we do get to date black women and marry them, it's like it seems how can I it's better than you thought it would be. Let me say that. I mean, having love from a black woman is better, and I'm speaking from experience, is better than I ever thought it would be. And I'm talking the spiritual part, the emotion, the physical, everything is better. And I think it just goes deep because when you really love somebody, it's like you're no longer focused on yourself.
Okay.
You know.
Wait.
Go ahead.
Brent, please.
Mhm.
At this moment, my youngest daughter.
Okay.
And she's sitting right here. She's 20 years old. Okay.
Uh-huh. She wants to clue you in. Clue me in?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just she's 20, she's 20 years old, and I'm just gonna let her take over. Is that okay?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Hey, I've grown up and um I've always had to like carry like a bear spray, and I've always had my mom taught me how to carry my car keys between my fingers so that I could like poke somebody in the eye with them. And I don't like going out by myself. Um I want to always be around like a lot of friends, whether they're guys or girls, but I trust my girlfriends more than I trust my guy friends because we kind of know that our guy friends secretly want to sleep with us, and it's part of life for us. um I'm 20. I'll be 21 in September, and um I just finished up finals for my sophomore year of college. So you, my mom's generation, most of them try to understand us. Um, Gen X is freaking awesome, but beyond Gen X, no one really cares about us, and we're kind of on our own. And if we were lucky, we had moms that taught us how to shoot, how to kick, how to bite, scratch somebody's eyeballs. Our moms taught us that because they knew that just going to the mall or going to the movies, that we weren't safe. Oh, and um my sister is um 2 years older than me, and she's had so many problems at college, being harassed and followed and stalked by guys that she didn't want to date, and they just wouldn't leave her alone.
Okay.
And that's what it's like for us at Gen Z.
Okay. All right. So, well, I would say make sure you're in a safe space, and you know, yeah.
Hey, it's mom. Um, yeah, this is what happens. Um, Not so much with my son, CJ. Um, he was like athletic, popular, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? And he was good to go. But with my girls, they were literally from kindergarten. I'm not joking. Kindergarten all the way through high school, my girls were like bombarded with boys like, talk to me. Hey, give me your number. Da, 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 you know, and they were constantly on guard all the way through. It was, and my girls, like my son is sarcastic. He's funny. He's outgoing, you know, and my girls, honestly, if you don't know them personally, your first um uh impression of my girls is like, oh, they're bitches. Oh my god, they're mean. You know what I mean? And but they had to be like that. So my son, his first impression on other people is he's funny. You know, and then my daughters, their first impression on people is like, oh, they're stuck up. They're bitches. And that just solidifies how they had to grow up, because my son didn't have to deal with the crap that my daughters had to deal with.
Yeah. Okay. Well. Oh. Man, Indiana mom, your daughter sounds just like you. I couldn't tell you guys apart. That's amazing.
Yeah, they do. Everyone says they sound like me. And I have like old VHS recordings of me and my grandma and my mom like watching movies and doing all kinds of stuff, and I've been told that I sound exactly like my mother in the 80s when I was a teenager. And our house phone would ring and I'd be in like the kitchen and I'd answer the phone and I'd be like, hello. And just women would be like, girl, look, blah, 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 because they thought I was my mom. So, yeah. My daughters sound like me. And 40 years ago, I was told that I sound like my mom. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you don't sound similar, but you sound exactly like if I didn't know better, I would say that was you talking. But, wow, it's like a replica.
Yeah. Yeah. Those are my mini me's.
You know what? I got in trouble one time because and this was back when I was a teenager. One of my girlfriends called and my dad answered, and she thought it was me. And she told him some stuff she shouldn't have, thinking it was me.
No.
I got in so much trouble. Oh my God. So I had to create a code word because we sounded so much, me and my dad sounded so much alike that
right.
I had to, we had to speak in code. So, because my dad was like, you know, answer the phone and, you know, and act like he's me to see what he can hear. But
I agree. I remember when I
Hey,
was, I think I turned 13 or whenever it was.
hey,
It
before
was,
we go further, let me
yes.
say thank Rochelle. Thanks for coming up. She dropped off. It was good to hear you. I think that's Shelly, right? Rochelle?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to thank her for coming up because I
But
always like to hear her.
I remember being in middle school, and between me and my older sister, my mom got us our own phone line for the house because she my mom and grandma got no phone calls because of me and my older sister. And I was probably I think I was like 12 and my sister was 14 and my mom got us our own phone line. And I remember being 15. I was 15 and I was yakking on the phone with my friend. And my mom had upgraded and we had like 3-way call for me and my sister's phone line. And I was on the phone with my friend Susie, and then my friend Kim called in and I joined her, and it was the three of us. And I remember my mom coming upstairs and being like, who are you on the phone with? What's going on? Because I was on 3-way with my two friends, which meant I had a busy signal on my phone. So whoever else was trying to get in touch with me was calling my mom's house. They were like, "Oh, yeah, we know Indiana mom's, phone number, but we can't get through, so we're just gonna call her mom's number." And, and my mom was freaking livid. And she was like, "Yeah, this is no, I don't know how this is gonna work, but this is not happening." And I remember my mom flipping out because I was on 3-way call on one phone line and I still had people calling on my mom's phone line going, "Oh, but her phone is busy." And my mom was livid. And like I said, I was like 14, 15 years old, and I thought it was hilarious. And yeah, I can understand why my mom wanted to choke me out.
Yeah, well, you got it made. They gave you a phone line. I was just banned from the phone when I talked too much.
Dude, I can totally understand why my mom
And you know what?
potentially want to choke me out.
Yeah. You know what? It's weird because kids these days, everybody's got a phone. You can talk forever.
Right.
I don't think they talk like we used to. I think it's all texting because I remember being on the phone for hours. You talk to your girlfriend, you talk all night, but and you couldn't because my dad would get mad. Get off the phone, like,
dude.
You
Have you ever tried
to have one phone line to the house?
Have you ever tried to explain what a collect call is to your kids?
Oh yeah, that was a thing.
My kids could not understand collect calls. And you and I, right? Listen to this. Go into the payphone after hanging out with your friends, right? And putting that collect call in to your home phone, right? And when it goes through, when you're supposed to say your name, right? You're like, I'm at the roller rink, Mom. Come get me. Click.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, we're going to have to wrap it up here. It's getting late.
But my kids did not understand that. Me going, I'm ready, Mom. Come get me. Click. So that the collect call didn't actually happen.
Wow. Okay. No, that you're talking about when you were little?
Yeah, when I was like, okay, I remember being like 15 and I would put a collect call. You know, you dial 0, collect call, blah, blah, blah. You dial the number, right?
People don't know about that these days.
And then when the person on the other end answered, and you're supposed to just say your name, and they're supposed to accept it or not, right? Okay, you could get by that. We got by that. Instead of just saying our name, instead of saying, oh, it's blah, 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 so that our parent could accept it, we would say, I'm ready, come pick me up, and our parent could deny the call, so
but they
didn't
know
get charged, but they know to come pick us up.
Right. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, we're kind of drifting. What were we talking about tonight?
We did that, but that was some. Oh my God!
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Right. But what was I going to say? Yeah. But yeah, the black wife effect tonight, and I want to go back to what we're talking about. I wanted to talk about the black woman effect because you know, black women are amazing on different ends. And you know, we focus the black wife effect, how the black wife, you know, it has an impact. And, you know, they'll make videos and they look cute and all this stuff. But actually, there's so much truth to that. When you see interracial couples and you see a black woman, white man, tell me, guys, does it look like they're happy? Does it look like it just looks amazing? Like there's love there? Like it's so different than any other interracial or couple out there. It just looks good. It just looks right. You know, and then you look at stats and it's like, wow. And there's something there, and it's like the truth is showing. Now, not every black woman, white man couple makes it. I get it. But they are doing the best. And I think and I give black women most of the credit because yeah, these white men are good men, but it's like the black woman, because of her love and what she pours into it, it just makes everything better. It was amazing how that woman was saying that when black women, when things are going good, it's like there's a black woman there. It's so amazing because I say the same things that this black woman is saying. And is it just because we just believe the same thing, but we're different people? I don't even know who that woman is. I don't even know, what her beliefs are. But it's like we come down with the same thoughts, the same idea. And the white guy that was on there talking about his 26-year marriage. It's like we're saying the same things. And I had a black woman tell me one time on one of the shows, she says, you know what? I know you're telling the truth. And the reason I know you're telling the truth because other white men are saying the same things you are. And I thought about that and I said, you know what? You're right. Because when I talk to white men that are married to black women, and I have, throughout my life, they say the same things I do. Now, how can we say the same things when we don't even know each other? Does that make sense? And how can a black woman say the same things that I say, and I don't even know if she's in an interracial relationship or not? But how do we come out with the same outcome? How do we come out with the same thought process? You know why we do? Because it's the truth. It really is. And it's amazing because every positive thing I've seen in my life, there's been a black woman somewhere that was there. And I'm not going to say every single thing that happened good to me, but most of the most important things in my life that changed my life, that improved my life, there was a black woman that had an impact in that. Now, I had to choose my path, but a black woman was there. It's, and when I did this show tonight, I was like, there's something deeper than the black wife effect. There's something deeper than black women, white men having a good marriage. There's something's going on. And I've seen it my whole life. And we've always had successful marriages in our group. It just, some people hide it. Maybe it wasn't researched as much. But you look at the Lovings, they stayed married forever. You look at all kinds of relationships with black women, white men, even in the 40s, 50s, they lasted. Something's going on. And tell me it's not, because if you do, you're lying. There's something happening. And I really wanted to focus on that tonight. And, and why is that? I think it's the black woman is the biggest part of that. And then the man that she's with sees the true beauty, sees the true love, and embraces it, and it works. Now, I just wish that more people would come together, more black women, white men would open up their options, would get to know each other, would give each other a chance, would get out of that comfort zone. I really wish that would happen. Now, it is happening more and more, but I would like to see it happen even, I want to see it in droves. Because I know there's a blessing there. I know there's something there that's beautiful. There are black women out there that are amazing. And I just don't think a lot of men are tapping into that. Black women, and I would say the white men, different groups of men, black women are that hidden treasure. Black women are that beautiful woman that we really don't see her value. And it's not because we're blind. Well, maybe it is because we're blind. You know, but that it's there. And if your eyes are open, you could see it. If you're in a relationship with a black woman that loves you, you know you're blessed. You know you got it made. Look, when I married my wife, I knew it was going to last. There was no doubt. There was no, oh, well, I don't know what the future. No, I knew. There was, look, and when my wife would have faith in me and poured into me, I believed her. When she said, you're going to get promoted, it's going to happen. And it wasn't that I just believe anything she says is the honest to God truth. I had so much love I received from my wife. I just felt there's nothing stopping us. I felt it was going to work. But we got something special. And I would say to younger people, black women, white men, get to know each other. Get out of those stereotypes. Get out of that. Get out of your comfort zone. You're not look, you don't owe nobody anything. Black women, you don't owe the black community a dang thing. Okay? Just like white men, we don't owe the white community anything. But we're not even attached to the white community. We don't even care. I don't think people realize how much white people have evolved to just being individuals. I don't think people really see this.
I have to say that I have, even though we recently moved from Indiana to North Carolina, and I am now coaching at a North Carolina university, and also at a high school. And these girls, especially the black girls, they're like, I want to date somebody that has something in common with me. Like, we like the same music, we like the same movies. We both like ice cream. We both like Mexican food. I mean, these girls are really, really in tune with what they want, who they are, and only giving guys that measure up their time of day. Period. And I've seen this with the high school girls that I coach and the college girls that I coach. And if these guys don't measure up, if they don't like the same foods, the same movies, the same music, they don't have hobbies in common with them, like art or painting or dance or roller skating. If these guys don't measure up, the girls are like, yeah, no, see ya.
Well, yeah, and they should. I mean, women need to be more critical than they are. And I think black women need to be more.
And I love them. I love them for it, because these young women that I coach at the high school and the college level right now, race to them is not even, it's not even on the table. They don't care. They don't care. And what I'm noticing predominantly with the black young women is that they are so open to other races and other cultures of different guys, because they like the same music. They like the same food. Just you know what I mean? Stuff they have in common, and they're just like, "Oh, this might be the one." And it has
Right.
nothing to do with race. Nothing to do with race. And I'm noticing that, unfortunately, from what I see on campus for the high schoolers and the college kids on campus, it's like, for one, the black guys, there's like a very, very small number of them even on campus, period, getting their education. And out of that small number, the girls are just like, no, we're not interested. Even though some of the guys are athletes, they're just like, yeah, no, you go over there. There's Becky. There's Maria. Go get them.
There's Becky and Maria.
I'm not joking. I'm noticing that because like I coach cheer. Okay. So I've been coaching cheer since 1987. Okay. So I don't play. And my girls are like highly, highly talented, and
Right. Okay.
they literally, I'd say about 30% of my team members are black girls or black women, and they are not interested in black men at all. Period.
Wow.
They're not. And I can't say that I blame them, because going through elementary and middle school, and those girls have been, the boys have ridiculed them. Oh, you're fat, you're ugly, you have nappy hair, you're dark skin, and then after a while the girls are like, okay, we're not even checking for you.
Right.
And the boys don't understand that they are ultimately screwing themselves, because like 5 years from now, those boys are going to be single and alone and desperate.
Yeah. You know what I think? We hear these guys saying that women, if they don't do this, they're going to end up being alone and this and that.
Yeah.
I think, and look, tell me if I'm wrong, because I don't know what women go through, but I think women, if they want to be with a man, they can.
Yeah.
And I think it's easier for women. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I have a cousin.
Uh,
That is only 2 years younger than me. So she's 51
right.
years old. And there was this guy, I guess, that she was involved with, like, in high school. And she was all about him, and da, 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 and they broke up, and they got back together, and they broke up, and they got back together. And da, 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 da. He moved in with her, and at one point he moved in and he had nothing to offer. It was her apartment, and so on, and blah 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 blah. And here we are. Okay, I'm 53. She's 51. He's 50. And he got diagnosed with lung cancer a few months ago. And now suddenly he's ready to settle down and be with my cousin because she was his great love, blah, 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 blah. And I distinctly remember, because my cousin grew up in Arkansas, and I distinctly remember talking to her on the phone when we were in high school in the 80s, because I graduated in 89 and she graduated in 90. Okay, she's a year younger than me. Okay,
good year.
yeah, and I mean, he was around then, and here I am 2 months ago, and she's like, "Oh, I might move him into the house," and I'm like, he was playing with your heart back in 1988. Are you kidding me? He's got 6 kids. None of them are yours.
Well, he's ready to settle down now, though.
You know, but I mean, I even have a cousin that I love dearly, and she's such a good person. But I wanna bop her upside the head because of him.
Right.
Because this has been happening for over 30 years. You know, I've been married to the same man all this time. We've had 3 kids. We had a family business. Our son has inherited the business. We've retired. Our son's taken over, you know, blah, blah, blah. And my cousin, who is literally the same age as me, she has no insurance. She has no 401k. She doesn't have a house or property, but she has that same man from 35 years ago who was worthless then, and he's worthless now.
Wow. Yeah.
And she doesn't even have any kids. She never had any kids.
Wow. Hey, Alexander. Poor Alexander. We kind of. What's going on, brother?
I was just listening. I would say, you know, as a black man myself, I say I believe that black women dating outside of the race is a good thing, you know, because of all the things that black women go through or have to go through. I do believe that as of right now, you know, and after I will be checking out the Black Wife Effect trend after the live is over, but yeah, I think it's a good thing. So, and again, I want to say I think Indiana mom raised Indiana mom I think she made the right choice, and I think her daughters also made the right choice. And you know, I'm seeing younger black women date outside their race big time because they don't want to deal with what black men are doing, or yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex.
Mhm.
Well said, Alex. Yeah, you know what? This is what I want for black women. Look, I want black women to go where they want to go and have the best option, whatever that best option is. And I just want black women to have the best option because they are the best option. And and they should have that. But for black women to be on top, a lot of black women are going to have to open up their options. It just is what it is. I know some women can't do that or don't want to do that. And the ones that can't and don't want to, stay where you're at. But the ones that are attracted to men of other races and want to open up their options, let them do it. And don't shame
Go
them
for
for
it.
doing that. Black women, you don't belong to nobody but yourself. I'm serious.
Absolutely.
Don't feel guilty because, and I hate when people say, and I hear this all the time when people say, well, and I hear black people say, well, in order to really love black people, you got to marry a black person and you got to have a black family. And that's the same crap that white supremacy was pushing. In order to love white people, you got to have a white wife and a white husband. And, come on.
That's a little elephant gun.
What pro-blacks are saying today, white supremacy was saying yesterday. It just, all we're doing is changing the color of people. And really it needs to stop. We just need to be with who we want to be with. This race thing, come on. Nobody is a pure whatever. We're people.
Exactly.
And go for who has the best character. The reason black women are my preference, because black women have more character than any other group of women. Okay, black women have shown me more love and respect and shown me more character than any other group of women, and that's why they're my preference. It has nothing to do with the fetish and all that other crap. Okay, and if we all looked at people for people, we wouldn't be living in that segregated mindset that I got to be with somebody that looks like me to show I love the people that look like me. So I got to marry a person that looks like me to show my family that I love them. That's the biggest bunch of garbage ever.
Right. Honestly, what needs to happen is that people need to use their like the things they have in common, common interests,
right.
Movies, music, sports, whatever it is, fashion, whatever it is. And they all need to connect through the things that they have in common, the things that they enjoy, the things that give them that make them happy, like me and Tree. We like the same music. We like the same movies. We're both motorcycle freaks. We both like being outside. We had so much in common. When we met, we had everything in common.
Right.
Especially the music, like we would have like study dates, and we're studying for like an exam, and we're playing the radio. And this is like the very early 90s, and we're playing the radio, and we're singing the songs, we know the songs, we're singing along and looking at each other and smiling and laughing, and then we go back to our homework, you know. And he was a motorcycle racer, and I was a motorcycle freak. So there would be weekends where we would take road trips on the motorcycle. I was a roller skater freak, and he liked roller skating, but his roller skating stemmed from being an ice skater, you know, and he switched over to roller skating for me, and we had so much fun, and we would have day trips and listen to music and watching movies and going to concerts and going to like the motorcycle races, and we had, I mean, you know what I mean?
I know exactly
You have to have stuff in common, and you have to have stuff that you can both have fun together to the point where it's you don't even think about it. It's so much fun that it's just who you are.
Right. You're absolutely right. And a good relationship is having things in common. And you know, look, my wife is my best friend.
Yes.
My wife is somebody I love being around. I like doing things with. Like you said, you have stuff in common that you enjoy together. Now you don't have to like
Tree is my bestie. Tree is my bestie, dude. I mean, we do everything together. Everything. And like he's so in love with Jennifer Aniston. Okay? And I love her, right? And he's never seen the TV show Friends. So we started binge watching it because Jennifer is his favorite act. He's got such a crush on Jennifer, and it and it cracks me up. I love it. And so we started binge watching Friends, right? And we were laughing our asses off. But at one point, after watching Friends for like 7 episodes, he fell asleep. And I didn't realize it because when we go to bed and he sleeps, he snores really loud. But we weren't in bed. We were like in the den, and we were sitting up chilling in our recliners, and he doesn't snore in the recline. I didn't know he was asleep. And I think I probably watched 3 episodes of Friends while he was asleep. And I had no idea because he was sitting up and he wasn't snoring. And I didn't know he missed it, you know? And I was like, oh, well, remember when Rachel said, da, da, da? And he's like, what? And I'm like, oh, crap. Okay, we need to like reverse so he can catch up because he was sleeping, you know? But I mean, there's so many things that I want him to see. I'm more the 80s kid than he was. So I have a lot to show him.
Hey, I want to show you some paintings I got.
Oh, cool! Hell yeah!
I'm renovating my house, right?
Yeah.
And we have a porch in the background. Let me put it back on video. Oh, sorry. Let me put it back on video.
Like
Okay.
an enclosed porch?
Yeah, but
Okay.
I'm closing it, and I'm making my wife a sunroom, right?
Oh,
And
awesome.
I bought the windows. They're a bit. I got a big window and sliding doors, and I got the blinds built in the sliding doors. And I redid my whole backyard. It's
Oh,
amazing.
shut
But
up.
I made her a sunroom, right? And I'm gonna have like 2 recliners in it. One's going to be a massaging chair that she could use, and the other be a recliner. And I'll put a TV back there, and that'll be like her relaxing room or feel good
Okay.
room.
Okay. Well, the only
But
thing, because I have one of those, it's like
uh,
a sheet shed. Okay. So
well,
the only thing I would advise you to add
uh,
is like a mini fridge
oh yeah, I can
and
do that.
like a little microwave or like a hot plate so that she can have her little snacks and her juices and her waters, and yeah, you need to add that.
Hey, check out this painting I got.
Okay.
Let me put it just on my screen so you see a bigger picture.
Okay.
Okay, here it is. Isn't that neat?
Oh my
I mean, I found
god.
this, right?
Oh, that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
Right there.
Oh,
yeah,
that's beautiful.
and then I got this other one.
Did you paint that yourself?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No,
Oh,
I bought it.
oh my god, it's beautiful.
Yeah, me and Sandy went shopping, and I saw that painting. I'm like, I gotta buy that.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, let me show it again.
Oh, it's
But
beautiful.
this is in the sunroom.
Oh, that's breathtaking.
Yeah,
Oh, that's beautiful.
and then I got this painting, and it's like an old hotel, like in the '70s, like in California.
Okay. Oh my god, that's too cool.
Isn't that awesome?
I love it.
So I'm gonna put these pictures in the sunroom. I gotta figure out how I'm going to coordinate it, but I saw this picture, and
Oh my god.
that's some artwork, isn't it?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah,
Amazing. I love it.
yeah. But
Ah,
anyway,
I love it.
that's a project I got going. I have to take. I'm going to show you guys videos of what I'm doing in my house, and but I'm going to do like I'm going to make a plaque, and I'm going to dedicate it to my wife, and I'm going to call it Sandy's Sunroom, and I'm going to just put on there and dedicate it to her, and show her how much I love her, and this is for her, and she can have her personal time. It'll be, but
Oh, I love it. That's beautiful.
yeah.
Oh my
But,
god. You're gonna make me cry.
anyway, but and my studio here, I'm going to be redoing this. The background is going to change a little bit. I'm going to put in, I'm working on doing some wiring and getting the lighting in here. I don't know if you see the background, but my front door is like, right there, and I got my little studio. I got pictures up, but I'm going to redo it a little bit, and I want to put in a desk, an L-shaped executive desk.
Right.
And what I want to do, and this is I think this would be really cool is put like on the desk like like a Lego globe, like on my desk I had in here before.
Yeah.
I took it out of here for my wife so she could do her work in another room. But I want to have like a globe that's Lego and like plants on the desk that are Lego. And maybe I can make the microphone like a Lego type thing. I don't know. I think that would look neat.
Stop it. That would be cool.
I think it'd be cool, something different. And I'm building a platform outside in my backyard where I'm going to do live streaming outside in the future. I don't know if I'm going to get to it this year, but next year for sure, where I'm going to be broadcasting outside. So
Yeah.
when the background, I'll be outside.
Well,
And-
I mean, you know that we moved from Indiana to North Carolina, and we literally live, excuse me, on the side of a mountain now. And
oh, let me put sorry.
And our property, we have our house, we have like a little seating area with the barbecue and everything, and then we have an area with the bonfire. It's a huge area for a bonfire. I mean, it's like we could set the whole side of the mountain on fire, but because it's a tree thing, whatever. Anyway, up the side of the mountain, we planted strawberries, zucchini, cucumber, potatoes, tomatoes. I mean, you name it. We've just planted, and the whole side of our hill behind our property is like a giant garden, and then between our house and the garden, it's all flowers. And the flowers, I couldn't even tell you, I don't know the names of any of the flowers, but the whole row is like pink and purple and red and yellow, and it's amazing. But you cross them and we have food, and every day we go up the hill and we pick tomatoes, and we pick this, and we have cauliflower, and just you name it, we're growing it. And then we go to the kitchen and we chop and get and we eat. Just the two of us.
Wow. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm
The
gonna
whole
have-
side of the hill is all plants. And my favorite are the strawberries. But he's planted a cherry tree, an apple tree. Dude.
Hey, I got a plant. I want you to see if you know what it is. Let me get it.
Okay. I'm not a plant person. Dude, I killed a cactus. My mom bought me a cactus for my birthday when I was in like 7th grade, and nobody told me.
Did you overwater it?
Yeah, nobody told me that I had to. And it sat in my windowsill, and by the time I was a senior in high school, it was like sitting in the same spot. And my mom was like, "Is that the cactus?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she goes, you know it's dead. And I'm like, "No." She said, "How did you water it?" And I was like, "I think so, like in middle school."
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm not a green thumb.
Right.
That's Tree and his
Mhm.
mom, and um his mom and dad live like 3 doors away from us. So, yeah, if Tree finds a flower or a plant or something that's really cool, and if we can't figure out what it is, my mother-in-law knows. She knows.
Check this plant out. I'm going to put it
Okay.
on the big screen real quick.
Okay.
What do you think this is? It's kind of weird looking, right?
It looks
And
like a cactus.
it does, but there's like 2 of them. There's a little one growing here, and my daughter's in the plants, and
Is that aloe vera?
it is. It's a
Okay.
star aloe.
Okay. The only reason I knew it was aloe is
Yeah.
because my friends were growing them in high school and college in the 80s and 90s. Otherwise, I would have no clue what it was. And I would kill that too, because I would not water it,
Well, this
because
thing,
it doesn't, it won't run up to me and meow or bark. So yeah, it's gonna die in my house.
how often do you think I would water this?
I don't know, but I mean, my sister had an aloe vera plant, and if it wasn't for her, I would have never watered it. So it would have died. I don't, yeah, no.
Well,
Mm-mm.
this type, you water it once a month. That's it. If you do it more than that, you'll drown it.
Dude, did I
Yeah.
not tell you my mom got me a cactus in 7th grade, and I watered it 2 years later in 9th grade, and by senior year in 12th grade, it was dead because I only watered it once from 7th grade to 12th grade. Once.
Wow.
I can't do plants. Plants don't let you know what they need. But a cat or a dog, a cat's gonna meow at you and bitch and complain until you fill up his food dish, right? And a dog is gonna do the same. Bark and bring you his dish, okay? Right? And even when I had guinea pigs and rats, they let you know, hey, my food dish is empty. My water bowl is empty. Hello?
Hold
But
on. I got to show you another toy I got.
with a plant, no. Plants, they're not vocal. And I'm sorry, but they die under my watch. Sorry. They're still pretty.
You guys still there?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. I got something to show you guys.
All right.
And this is my new toy, right?
Oh Lord. Here we go. Brent's got a new toy.
It's in a case. Can you tell what it is?
No. We see the case, but what is it? What is it?
I'll give you a peek.
Yeah, that's not helping.
Okay, this
Okay,
is what I got.
my son CJ would be able to name it and be like, "Oh yeah, that's a blah, 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 blah."
Right.
Because he's like a tech kid, but me, no. If it's not a Nintendo or an Atari, I don't know.
All right. This is a drone.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just bought this thing. Okay, here's the control.
Oh God,
It's a DJI Mini.
Oh
It's got
God.
an HD camera on it. It could fly up to, I think, like 6 miles or something. But
Oh
there's a
God.
camera right there.
A drone for a big kid.
Yeah, but oh my God, you got to see the videos. I'm going to upload some videos when I do another show, and I'm going to show you the videos. They're amazing.
Oh
These things are
jeez.
very easy to fly.
Yeah.
It flies for about half an hour.
Okay.
You know, a single charge. Right here in the case. See, it fits it. These batteries. I got 3 of them, so they're about half an hour a piece. And then there's a charger in there. It's got an HD camera. I don't even know how high it can fly. I know according to the FAA, I can only fly it. I'm only supposed to fly it 400 feet in the air, but which is crazy high. But it'll go higher, but you know, FAA regulations, you can only go so high. But yeah, this is my new toy, and I'm going to be using it for videos. Kind of give you guys a, you know, when I go on vacation or something, give you guys some videos of different things.
Dude, watching you talk about oh my God. All I can see is my son going, Mom, check it out. Mom, look what I got, Mom. Check it out. And me going, oh God, this is not going to be good.
Yeah,
a man and his toys.
Yeah, that's what my wife said. She said, you know, your toys just get more expensive. And well, with this drone, this is the cheapest, right? Because I didn't spend a lot because I want to make sure I know how to fly it and all that.
Right.
But this one was $300, but I mean,
that's not too bad.
It's not, and for what it does, I mean, you got full HD camera. You can do videos, fly over places. It'll go up to what I read, like 6 miles.
Right.
And when your battery runs low, it comes back. So it's got a safety, so you're not going to lose it.
Right.
Yeah, I've flown it over the high school by my house. You know, the football
field.
It's cool. It is so neat. But I want to enhance my video. What
did I just say? I'm like, oh Lord, I can see this. This is my son and his new toy and his dad and them taking it out off in the woods. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Okay. I
Yeah.
love you, Brent. You're just
Yeah.
a big kid with a new toy.
Oh gosh, yeah. You know, but I got some ideas for that. I'm going to do for
Oh
videos in the
Lord.
future.
Oh jeez.
Now I got to see what the regulation is for going to national parks and stuff. Because I like to get videos of different places.
You know, honestly, um, you know, we're like 5 minutes away from the uh park of we're 5 minutes from a huge mountain range
Okay.
and like the national parkway, we have more freedom there than you do like in town or in the county. You know what I mean?
You know what I'm going to do? It'll probably be next year, but I want to
Mhm.
do. I want to make a video, and I want to go whitewater rafting, and I want to go uh, down the Colorado River,
Uh-huh.
and I want to do a video of that because that would be
Okay,
I want to
well,
go.
what I want you and Sandy to do
Okay.
is to come visit us. We have plenty of room for the two of you,
Oh, okay.
and you can come and stay with us for a week, 2 weeks, and check out like the local stuff. Downtown, which our downtown is very, very 1970-ish.
Hmm.
Like the river that flows through our park, the guys that fish for I can't even think of the name of the fish, but trout. They trout fish, and they put on, you know, the boots all the way up to their thighs, and they're standing in the river. Okay, so you got trout fishermen standing in the river in the park, and then like 200 yards upriver, you've got local teenagers swimming in the swimming hole.
Oh,
You know what I
okay.
mean? I mean, it's beautiful here. Okay, and it's a very small town, and everybody knows everybody, and we're so close to so many different places. Like I'm gonna say where it is. We live in Spruce Pine, North Carolina, and it's one of the main entrances to the Blue Ridge Mountain Parkway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And if you go like if we were to jump on the parkway where we live, we could go like 2 hours west and find the beginning of the parkway, right? And if we go the other way, it's a good 27-hour ride to get to Virginia. You know, so it's the whole parkway, but we are about 8 minutes from there where we live. And our town is also where all the like the mines for the different gemstones and everything from North Carolina. There's caves to inspect, like caves that have like people that are like guides, you know what I mean? So you don't just get to go wherever, you know, it's a guided tour. We're close to Carowinds. We're close to Ghost Town in the Sky. We're close to so many places. Where,
Sounds
I grew
nice.
up. You know,
Okay.
y'all, please come to North Carolina.
Oh, you know what? We're
It's
there.
beautiful here. It's
Hey,
beautiful here. And if y'all come, you don't need to get a hotel room because we have room in our place for you.
Oh, okay.
And y'all need, oh my God, Chimney Rock. And
You know
we
what?
and everywhere where we live in Spruce Pine, and everywhere around here, there are parks with like waterfalls because we live literally we live in the mountains. We are in the mountains, and we can find waterfalls and rivers and parks and overlooks, and it's and we moved here from Indiana. We moved here back in last October, and where I'm at, less than an hour away is the hometown where my mother and my grandmother were born and raised.
Oh, okay.
But trees, he was born and raised in New Hampshire on the East Coast. You
Oh,
know,
okay.
so when we moved here, I was more the expert because,
Hey,
like I said, within a couple of hours, there's Carowinds, there's Ghost Town in the Sky, there's uh
you
there's
you
all
know
kinds
what? We might take you up on that because we're in Atlanta
yeah.
quite often, and we're not that far from you.
We are do you know where Asheville, North Carolina is?
Yeah.
Okay, we are like 40 miles east and a
Oh,
touch north. So we're about an hour east of Asheville.
well, okay.
Brett. I have to go. I
All
gotta
right, all
get
right,
some.
buddy.
I gotta get some sleep, and my phone is dying. It was a good conversation. I know I didn't say a whole lot on here, but yeah, it was a pleasure talking to you again, and I hope we can do this again.
Oh yeah, we can. I'm doing this every Saturday. It's good talking to you, Alexander. You have a good night, brother. Okay. Thank you.
Love you, Alexander.
Okay.
Y'all too. All right, y'all.
All right. Have a good night.
But
Okay.
yes, Brent, I would love it if you and Sandy would come and visit us.
Yeah. Well, we just might do that. We're believe it or not, we're in your neck of the woods more often than you know. So
Oh, really?
yeah, even though I live
Okay, have you
here on
ever
the other side of the country.
have you ever heard of a part of North Carolina called Little Switzerland?
No, I haven't. No.
Dude. Okay. If you go up the road heading from the town of Spruce Pine, where we live, and you're heading towards like the entrance to the Blue Ridge Parkway, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, there's a spot where if you want to get on the Blue Ridge Parkway, you're going to turn left. And if you go to Little Switzerland, you're going to continue forward. And Little Switzerland literally is just it's like a touristy place. It's a hotel, it's got a cafe, so on and so forth, blah blah blah. Okay, but the only way away from Little Switzerland is coming back towards Spruce Pine, or you can go the other way towards Marion, and it's a long twisty road all the way down a mountain, and it's literally treacherous. There are like signs that are like saying do not skateboard on this road. I don't know why, but
because everybody was doing it, I'm
but
sure.
literally, if it once you leave the top at Little Switzerland, where like the hotel and everything is, between the hotel and the bottom of the mountain, there's nothing. There's no gas stations, there's no convenience stores. It's all, there's only like, and I've been on this road and it scared the shit out of me. And we were in our truck and Tree was driving, and I thought, and dude, I was like, we're gonna die. Okay. And we only saw like, probably like 3 turnoffs. And it's all houses, people that live there. Between the top of Little Switzerland and getting down to the bottom on the way to the town of Marion, you have no business being there unless you live on that road, because there's no place to turn around. There's no gas station. There's no convenience store. There's no bank. There's no nothing. It is just a treacherous, just windy road all the way down a mountain. And dude,
Hey, you know what, Indiana mom, I might take you up on that.
dude, no, you don't
Yeah.
understand. Tree,
Uh-huh.
we were gonna go to Marion to go shopping, and he took a wrong turn, and we ended up at Little Switzerland, and we passed the Little Switzerland hotel. Literally, Little Switzerland is a hotel with like uh
With Swiss people?
no,
No.
with like just like a gift shop and like a cafe. That's it. It's a hotel, gift shop, cafe at the top of the mountain.
Hey,
And on the way up, there's only houses, private houses. And on the way down, it's only houses and private property. No gas stations, no convenience stores, no banks. There's nothing. You can't, there's no place even to turn around. Okay? And on this particular road, you won't even see like UPS drivers or semi trucks. You won't see them on this road. That's how windy and treacherous this road is. It's not part of that system. Okay. And like at the bottom, at the top where like the hotel is, if you're on a motorcycle, they will give you like a little stub, right?
uh-huh.
And you ride the motorcycle all the way down the other side, and at the bottom there's another hotel, and if you give them that stub, you get a t-shirt that says, I lived, through the road. Yeah. My mother-in-law has one. It's pink, and she is like, consistently since we moved here, she's been like, you need to get your little Switzerland t-shirt. And I'm like, look, old lady, no.
Hey, Indiana mom, I'm gonna have to close. It's like past 1 o'clock.
But yeah,
I
y'all need to come visit us. Y'all need to come visit us. We live in Spruce Pine, North Carolina.
Okay.
We will show you all kinds of crazy sights, waterfalls, overlooks. We'll go fishing.
Oh, okay.
All kinds of stuff.
Sounds good.
But dude, if y'all go on Little Switzerland, I'm not doing it. You can go with my mother-in-law. She lives 2 doors down from us. You can go with her, but I'm not doing it.
That's funny. All right. Well, you have a good night, Indiana mom. Good talking to you.
You too.
And everybody's watching, and there's still people watching, and thank you so much for that. My whole thing tonight was tell the truth with Black women and how much amazing Black women are, and And I would say, ladies, you are more amazing than you even know or will ever know. And we see that. And the world is starting to see Black women for their accomplishments and for what they're doing. And you know what? That's going to open up. People are going want to open up their options and date Black women, and more will marry Black women, and it's a beautiful thing. Look, I opened up my options in '85, and I never looked back. I don't even know what it's like to date any other woman than a Black woman. I don't even have a clue, and that's not by accident. I'm just saying. And Black women have always had my heart.
Okay, keep talking for a couple minutes because I'm gonna put in the back chat.
Mhm.
I'm gonna put
Okay.
a couple of links just for you and Sandy, you and Sandy to check out so you can see where I live.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Sure.
I'm gonna put it in the back chat.
Yeah, but I just want to say that Black women, you're amazing, and I forgot my train of I'm tired. No, but seriously, you know what? I just wanted to talk about the Black woman effect, and it affects us all in a good way. And not everybody's talking about that. But anyway, but I love you guys, and you have a good night, and I'll see you guys. I might. Well, I'll be going on next Saturday. I'm trying to get a new position at work to where I could be off on the weekends, where I could do my YouTube. My favorite hobby. I could do YouTube and on the weekends and have fun with it. And I'll be able to do more stuff during the week too if I get this, because I'll be working a lot of less hours. But anyway, guys, I love you. I hope you guys if you didn't get to watch the beginning, go back and watch it. Okay. And
Okay, Grant.
yeah.
If you look in the back chat,
Okay.
I left two things for you. So
yeah, I'll check them out. Yes.
Yeah, maybe we can do something on them or whatever. But yeah, it's about where I live, and I want you and Sandy to come visit us. Oh my god, it would be so awesome.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll check that out.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. All right. Have a good night, Indiana Mom. I'm gonna go ahead and close.
You
Thanks
too.
for coming up.
Good night.
Alexander, thank you so much. Shelly, thank you so much. But I'll see you guys soon. Okay. Have a good night.
Good night.
All right. Talk to you soon. All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for coming up tonight. I'm going to go ahead and close this. I'll see you guys. I might do a live in the middle of the week. I'm not going to tell you when because my schedule's so weird. I'll probably just do it spontaneous. I'm going to do something in between now and next Saturday. You know, I haven't been on YouTube. It's not because I don't want to be. I'm just crazy busy. But anyway. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show. And the black wife effect is real. The black woman effect is real. And it's a beautiful thing. And, you know, I'm not just speaking by my opinion. I'm speaking on my experience and the data I've seen and what other people tell me. So, but anyway, guys, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. See you later on this week. Have a good night. God bless.